7 most powerful weapons in North Korea's arsenal. 1. Nongo Class missile boat. In the event of hostilities, the North Korean Navy would have to rely on its fleet of submarines and missile boats as they have no significant operational surface battleships. With its powerful missile armament, the Nongo Class is a swift, small, and reasonably priced missile boat. Its design is attributed to the surface effect ship, CES, type, which is in between a traditional ship and a pure hovercraft. With a displacement of about 200 tons and a top speed of 50 knots, 92 km/h, these ships are exceedingly challenging for submarines to target. Its design is geared for reduced radar cross-section and has a low silhouette, making it difficult to detect with standard radar systems. It has a strong weaponry load for its size, adequate to undertake shoot-and-scoot missions or swarm attacks on a greater naval fleet. 2. Mig29's Fulcrum. This is the most sophisticated fighter jet in the North Korean Air Force, formerly known as the Korean People's Air Force, KPAF, which otherwise consists of a collection of antiquated aircraft. They got a batch of 17 MiG-29s from the former Soviet Union in 1988, which served as primary air defense. They are supplemented by a 200-strong fleet of MiG-21-23 fighters, which have no chance against their opponents' sophisticated fighter fleets. The MiG-29 is a twin-engine, fourth-generation fighter jet that has been praised for its dogfighting abilities. It has a good armament load, with 6 underwing hardpoints for air-to-air missiles and a centerline hardpoint for an external fuel tank. 3. KN-09 MLRS. Mounted on a 6x6 China-made truck, the KN-09 is a multiple-launch rocket system with 8 rockets each with a 300 caliber. It is claimed to be comparable to the Smerch MLRS, which is manufactured in Russia. Reloading times can be greatly reduced using the KN-09's more sophisticated reloading mechanism, which eliminates the need to refill individual tubes and allows each empty 4-tube pod mounted on the truck to be swapped out for a full one. This weapons system's development and manufacturing indicate that North Korea is starting to upgrade its armed forces and is moving away from antiquated equipment. 4. PoongHo 3 MBT. An essential component of the KPA's offensive and defensive tactics are the main battle tanks, MBTs. Any ground invasion begins with armored vehicles, particularly tanks, and the PoongHo is the tip of the North Korean spear. In the eyes of a military that still uses thousands of antiquated tanks, the PoongHo is practically state-of-the-art. Designed in the 1990s, it combines local upgrades with equipment and design elements from many Soviet-era tanks to provide it with adequate power to take on South Korea's cutting-edge tanks. The basic layout of the tank is derived from the T-62 and T-72 models, and it includes the typical Russian 125 smoothbore gun. 5. Nongo medium-range ballistic missile. With a range of 1,500 kilometers, the Nong is essentially an upgraded and modified Scud missile. Its CEP, circular era probability, is less than 2 kilometers, which is claimed to indicate its high accuracy. Because the Nong can be engineered to fly over the Patriot's engagement envelope by compromising its range, it is exceedingly difficult to intercept with South Korean Patriot air defense systems. Even with the reduced range, North Korea can still easily cover all of South Korea, thus this is a good trade-off. The United States has placed its THAAD missile defense system in South Korea in order to intercept this missile. 6. KN-6 PoongHo surface-to-air missile. This is another newly created weapon system used by the North Korean military, and it is far superior to the other antiquated SAM systems they currently possess. 2011 saw the first test launch of the long-range surface-to-air missile, known as the NATO-6. Although it shares an external appearance with the Russian S-300 air defense system, there are rumors that the missiles are shorter and greater in size than those of the S-300. There's a good chance that efforts were made to enlist direct or indirect support from China or Russia for the construction of this kind of missile system. With an estimated range of more than 150 kilometers, the NATO-6 is a powerful system for defending large areas. 7. Sinpo-class submarine with PoongHo 1 SLBM. Capable of firing a ballistic missile with an atomic tip, the Simpo-class is the first ballistic missile submarine, SSB, in the North Korean Navy. It is the smallest of its kind submarine currently in operation, weighing in at around 1,600 tons while submerged, and it is most likely meant to serve as a test platform. Future submarines in this class may be larger and equipped with several ballistic missiles, which would increase their range and improve their ability to launch strikes. Having a diesel-electric submarine, it may simply stay submerged in the ocean by shutting off all of its machinery and serving as a static underwater missile launcher, albeit having an endurance limit of less than a month due to the absence of an APE system.